So I wanted to get like just basically 15 minutes of your time just to really give some guidance around how to really go hard to achieving this trip. And I have had some girls come to me about how high it is, like the like the volume that you need to get to achieve this business. But honestly, I would challenge you to just change your mindset about, rather than looking at it as like it's such a big goal. I'm just gonna press mute on someone. Yeah, is rather than seeing it as like a massive goal, I would look at it as a really big opportunity for a 6-month focus to really grow your business and really just get into massive activity. Because worst comes to worst, if you don't achieve this, which we all are, because I'm all taking you on holiday, it'll be fun. But if you don't, you're going to have a bigger business, because the way this is set up is you really want to focus on anyone new coming into your business. So just to clarify, your central qualifying volume comes from anyone in, so any of your customers, anyone in your team who's at consultant level, so they're not district manager yet, and their customers. Okay, so this is where the volume's coming from. Previously, it was all to do with your personal sales. And I think the last one I earned, I had to do around, I think I personally did around $44,000, 44,000 sales, and then one promotion to get to that trip. But it doesn't work like this for this time. This one, they've really put the focus on building your team. And so what I love about this is there's just going to be like this whole new wave of leaders come through, because if you really want to earn this trip, you really have to you're going to have to commit to more time, but it's not forever. And it's going to create that freedom and that flexibility and just a bit more options for you guys. Obviously, head to earning to Arbon, but I had to say that. Okay, so if you 6 months to do this, I remember in February last year as a team, we finished like just over 7,000. And this is me sitting as an area manager. And then 7 months later, we completed RVP with over 54,000. Okay, so that's a 7-month period. But imagine what you can do in the next 6 months. Okay, so you've got that volume, but you've also got promotions. Okay, so the promotions, if you haven't listened to last night, I'd suggest listening on to that, because that's like where we fully broke it down. Yeah, okay, so Glenna, that's a good point. So say, for example, for example, on here, who have we got? Let's say Glenna and Kayla are together, and Taylor and Sue are together on this call. I'm just looking at that there. Oh no, we've got Jess as well. I'm just going to use Taylor and Sue as an example, okay? So Taylor's here. Let's say Taylor and Sue are both independent consultants at starter level, at the consultant level, okay? They are pretty new. They started probably like a month ago. So let's say Sue promotes to district manager. That's a promotion towards Taylor. But now that Sue is a district manager, Taylor will still receive the QV from Sue all the way through the 6-month period, even though Sue's not a consultant anymore. She's like officially district manager. Okay, so just note that if you've got girls underneath you promoting, you're still going to use their QV. So for example, let's say Glenna is an area manager and she has Jess, who is a district manager. Jess all of her QV won't count towards her trip, but let's say Jess promotes to area, that will count as a personal promotion to Glenna, because Glenna has personally enrolled Jess. Okay, so we have 6 months to go all in on this, and December is double points. So let's say, for example, if you did 5,000 in your central this month, that actually equals 10,000 towards your trip. It doesn't show as 10,000 on your app. It just will show on the back end on your back office. So what I would suggest doing is at the start of each month, I would be breaking down your AIT tracker. So AIT stands for Arbon Incentive Trip. So I'll be breaking down your AIT tracker, and you'll be able to go on the back office. I actually went on last night and they don't have an option for you to register. So that either is loading, or if it doesn't, yeah, Glenn, I don't know if you have to register. You have to register for every other one, but I can't, yeah, I can't find it. So I'll get back to you on that one, but I'll show you, if you watch the training from last night, how you can see how to find it. You can literally just filter it and see where your QV is coming from. The cat just jumped in the window. So double points for December, you want to be tracking. So right now I have like my.
Can I interrupt for 2 seconds?
Yeah, that's all good.
Well, I don't know where those balloons came from, if you guys saw that, but I'm on my phone. I don't know what's happening here. But make sure, even if you feel like you're not going for it, you like, so for example, I joined the business in March, and I was like to Em at the time, oh, there's not really much point me putting my name down, registering for it, because I had March, April, May, June, I think it finished. So I had 4 months. But there's girls like Danica that came on and did it within that 4 months or 3 months, I think she did, and got the trip. And I was so freaking close to getting the trip last time, so that it literally just gave me that oomph to be like, oh shit, well, look how close I got this time, as opposed to like not at all. Like, so if you can, just register for it. There's no cost to register. You just need to register for it and just go guns blazing, do what you can, because at 110% is just something to aim for. And it's really good to look at, like, because mindset, we're all going to make it, right? But like, worst case scenario, something happens, you don't make it. Or like me, I probably, if I had an extra month, could have made the trip last time. But like, that for me was such a huge mindset change coming into this one, because I was like, well, you know what? I know now that I've got now 6 months. I can prove to myself that I can actually get this trip. And also, worst case scenario, I don't get this trip. I know next time 6 months comes along, I got to push that a little bit harder or whatever. And you're growing your team. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. Just make sure you register, basically.
Thank you. And thanks for the balloons too. That was great.
Yeah,
great.
I don't know how that happened. What the hell?
It's all good. It's so true. It's mindset. And do you know what? They usually do 2 a year. So I don't know if I'm just dropping it to 1 a year all of a sudden, but whatever happens, you're going to set yourself up so good for the next one, no matter what. Okay. So whatever happens, you're always going to be winning and growing. And whenever I've gone for these in the past, I break it down on the first day of the month and I look at how much QV I've got to go. So that's how I do I like start every month. So everyone right now is literally even playing field. We all got, if you let's say if you do level 1, which is the easiest level to or the lowest one to qualify for, it's 100,000 central volume over the 6-month period. Okay, and just note December's double, remember? So if you did 10,000, you actually got 20,000 ticked off towards that trip. So I would go hard. Like, I am all in for December. I'm not backing off at all. I'm all in, because it's just going to like take a massive chunk out for what I have to do for the next 5 months. Okay, so right now it works out 16,667. You don't need to equal that every single month. You could, like, maybe, because everyone's a lot new now, you might be doing smaller now, and then as the months grow, you're actually going to do bigger chunks as they grow. Okay, and so you want to be putting it on your fridge where you can see it every single freaking day. So that when people walk in, they'll be like, what is that on the fridge? And you can tell them what you're doing and be proud of it. And just so, this is what I'm working for, a family holiday that's paid for. Like, most of us are working anyway, or doing something else. You are going to be like, if you can work 8 hours for someone else, you can freaking work an hour or 2 for yourself. Okay. But the thing is, you're going to work 8 hours for someone else and not get a holiday at the end of it. Or you could probably work like a fraction of the time in this business and get a holiday out of it. Okay. So really just put in perspective, like, people get really caught up about rejection and like maybe things aren't moving fast enough. But that is like, if you just accept that this is the business model, like, things don't necessarily, not for everyone. Some people can go fast, but like the majority of people, you're putting lots of effort and time in. But honestly, like the fruits of your seeds, whatever you want to call it, like won't come out till year 2, 3, or 4. Okay. And that's just like what it is. So you really just got to like be solid on your decision and just go all in and just understand that this is working. And people just need like 2 to 3 years of watching you online before they want to buy from you. Whatever, you just support. That's why I say keep showing up. Okay, so that's the first thing I do at the start of the month is I look at my numbers. The second thing I do is I also look into my downline and look at where people are at. If you're by yourself, that's all good. You're going to have a downline very soon. And what numbers they are sitting on. And then like how close are they to another level, or, you know, are they in qual for something? Are they shy from promoting? And then I want to help those, like those girls who are like really building their business. Like I'll reach out to those girls and help those girls as well map out their business or go for a 2 to 3 month run. And I'm not just going to help girls who are running for this. I'll help my whole team. But girls who are definitely going for this here, I will definitely be helping as well, because I know you guys really want this as well. Okay. So then for all of these girls, the QV and the girls who are working the business, like I will actively go and, you know, say, let's do an event. Let's do an online, in-person, coffee date, wine date, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to call it an event to Discover Argon. Whatever you want to do, like some of my best ones have literally just been getting 2 or 3 girls around for a wine and chatting about it, like so low-key. You know, it just you know, it doesn't have to be super serious, like standing up in front doing a presentation. Like I have done everything and anything possible it looks like to do a business presentation, but you really just have to, sometimes you have to read the crowd. When I started, I remember I did it in front of, I had a 5-month-old and I had 3 girls from my space group, which is like a babies group, come around. And all I knew was what Pearl Williams had taught me was to read this 20-minute script, do a slideshow. I had no idea how to do it. And I'm literally like juggling these babies here. I'm going through a slideshow here. I had no idea what I was doing, but I was literally like reading off my phone. Like I was like on my phone, and then like I was doing the slideshow on the TV, and I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to the top of this business. And I'm gonna do this messy and it's gonna work. And do you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. They didn't sign up after that. Like, oh, actually I got one consultant who ended up being like the hardest consultant I've ever had in my life. Not going on. Not going to name names. She's not on the team anymore, but she was like the hardest person I've ever dealt with. And Pearl Williams basically told me she is there. She is teaching me patience. And I swear I've been the most patient human being for the last 2.5 years since that woman walked into my life. So everyone in your team is teaching you something. But out of those 3 people, they all still order. And I just did the most ugliest presentation. I was like busy breastfeeding. I was busy like just stumbling my words. I was 3 weeks in. I didn't give a fuck because I had the biggest vision and I just knew what I wanted. And I was like, you know what? I can loop back to these girls and say, hey, like that was my first time, but I hope you guys got a message, and they clearly must have because they bought from me. So just whatever it is, just book it out. And I have told Lou that I am like this next 12 months for me, I am so all in for this business. Like and that's a reflection of me helping you girls as well. Like I'm actively working. I just said Friday, Saturday nights we can hang out, but the rest of the week I'm going to work at night because I just want so many good things. And the only way to do it is to really build this momentum to actually help you girls to be there, to like be available for you guys. And he understands like what that can mean over the next 12 months as well. So action steps to do ASAP once you hop off this call. 1, map out your numbers for the month. They should all pretty much be the similar. Everyone's in month 1. Put it on your fridge. Okay. I'm going to forward, so I've put the tracker in the chat. I'm going to forward on another couple that I've just found on the BBB group. 2, look at your direct downline or upline if you don't have a downline right now, and make them an accountability partner. Okay, you need an accountability. If you need an accountability partner, is it just message into the AIT group? If you're not in the AIT group, just message me and add you in. We'll get your upline to add you in, and we'll butter you up. This is going to be very important to have an accountability partner. Number 3, look at your calendar for December and January. Okay, December and January. and book out anything that you have available. Okay. These can be named anything you want. So I'm just going to call them an event, but you can name them whatever you want. I usually run like busy mamas branches because they're really appealing for mums. But the goal is maximum exposures to as many people as you can over the next 6 months. And it's definitely good right now to look at December and January because there's a lot of people going away. And so when you invite someone to like a coffee date or, you know, like get a few wines together at nighttime without the kids, like people are probably going to be busy. So you can be like, cool, I've actually got another one. I'm hanging out with another few girls in 2 weeks' time. You can come to that or something. Like you have something else that you know you can rebook them to, okay? Number 4, there's 5 points here. Number 4, commit to 2 hours minimum a day, wherever you need to put it. Okay, this doesn't have to be one massive block, but you can split it up to like 30-minute blocks a day. For example, I dropped off my car today to fix like a little stone chip and it was half an hour. So I literally just went next door to a cafe and sat on my phone and just like did some messy demons and follow-ups and stuff. So that could be like a half-hour block. It's just been smart with your time. Honestly, I send so many messages from the toilet too because I can lock the door and not have kids. Like it's just the reality of this business. The amount of people, you guys have probably all got texts from me sitting in the toilet. But you never know. You may have to commit more. You may have to stay out later. Don't be afraid of it. Like freaking be proud of what you're working for. Like I used to have this mindset that I didn't want to tell people about what it takes. Like I used to shy away, but like because that you have so many amazing opportunities with this business. But I used to shy away, but like it actually takes work. Like this is a business, guys. It actually takes work and consistency to build it. And I don't shy away from people because people who want to build, you'll attract the right people. You might not attract as many people, but you'll attract quality people to your business. And you'll get the girls who just get it and they'll want to do it and they'll want to work and they'll want to have fun. Like look, there's 9 girls on this call tonight. Like you guys are all showing up and you're all going to be committed. Like you're committed to your business no matter what. Okay. So just be prepared to work a little bit harder. You can't expect to earn this trip by working like half an hour a day or something. You just can't. Last one, which is always a must, is your personal development daily. I always go hard with network marketing specific, sorry. And then if you listen to that, go over it again, and then move on to something like Debbie Neal or Amy Griffiths is really good and go for gold. Those are all direct Arbonne people. I can text you those if you need. They are really good direct Arbonne people in the business. Go for gold. I like listen to that 6 months straight. It's all about Arbonne people who are at the top of the business, all in the national vice presidents, and they all just say a different story about how they got there. But different people would like I'll pick up different things from different people and I'd put them into action. So I still go back to go for gold. But yeah, that is it what I wanted to go over. Were there any questions or just like speak out anything that you had on your mind? You know, it's all on the website, but it basically says pays for your flights at first level. Yeah. So yeah, level 1, you've got to pay for your flights. Level 2, you get a certain amount of money towards the flights, and level 3, pretty much the money you'll get should cover all the flights. But yeah, the last, if you really, 100,000 include the CQV. No, CQV is different, but honestly, I'm sure everyone will get the CQV. It's like 500 a month.
I have it here if you want me to read it out, Em.
Go for
it. So the qualifications are 100,000 Central District QV, 4 personal or direct promotions, and 3,000 of your own personal CQV. Then you earn a trip for 2 to the JW Marriott Phuoc Resort and Spa.
It's literally called Phuoc.
Yeah. Level 2 is 125,000 Central District QV, 5 personal or direct promotions, 3,000 CQV, and you get a trip for 2 and $1,055 towards your airfare, New Zealand dollars, that is. Level 3 is 150,000 Central District. Oh, that's really hard to say fast.
It is.
Central District QV, 6 personal or direct promotions, 3,000 CQV, and a trip for two, and $2,110 airfare, and a spa voucher.
Yeah.
So basically, I priced up. There you do have to do a stopover to get there, but I priced up flights, and I think there is a stopover either Singapore or Sydney, and it's about $2,000-ish New Zealand for those dates. Currently for return. So you're looking at, if you go for level 3, you're looking at your flights covered basically for yourself, but not your partner or whoever you're bringing with.
I haven't looked at the flights where they stop, but if they stop in Singapore, I would like stop over for a few hours and like check out the airport. Has anyone ever been to Singapore airport? Okay, so the way home, we stopped there, but like on the way there, we kind of had like, this is Thailand last month. We only really had like an hour and a half. So that was enough to kind of get off the plane, walk, kind of go bathroom, and then get on the next one. But on the way back, we were an hour and a half delay. And by the time we landed, they already had started boarding our other plane to New Zealand like half an hour prior. And I'm like sitting here on the plane, I'm like, okay. And Singapore airport is like the size of Auckland. It's not really big. Freaking huge. You have to literally catch trains to the other sections. Like it's not like Auckland airport, you can probably run to one end in like 5 minutes. And so we were like running, and I was like, oh my God, there's Lululemon. And I was like, oh my God, there's another shop there. It was literally like I was like, I'm gonna slow down. Like I wanted to get stuck there because it's definitely the best airport to get stuck. And it was literally just like probably like it was amazing. And there was this big waterfall that came from the sky and just went like down like this, and then it went down, and then it just like disappeared into the ground. It's so weird, you can't explain it. It was just, and like this waterfall is like 50 meters high and like 30 meters wide in the middle of the airport. Not joking. It's huge. It's insane. So yeah, side point, very cheap.
Side note too, I worked out if you save $50 a week from today, this week, by September, you have enough to pay for your flights.
Perfect. There you go.
And also you can bring children, obviously. They always have heaps of stuff for the kids, but you can actually bring a max of 3 guests. So if you've got extra kids, you can bring them too.
What happened, Glenna?
What? I missed it. Was there more balloons? Fuck.
Kind of. It was like this big thumbs up just came. And then like
honestly, I don't know what's happening. Obviously, I'm excited.
Back, it was gone. Like you missed the whole thing because it was during.
Guys, I'm just getting you pumped, okay? Like this is the thing. My phone's on point. But yeah, so you can bring a max of 3 guests on top of your free guest. So if you've got 3 kids, you can bring 3 kids. The only thing is obviously they can't be consultants unless they are your mum or sister or brother. You can then bring a consultant under that. And there is obviously extra buy-ins for extra kids and people and stuff. Kids is cheaper. The older they get, the higher the buy-in price. But it's all on the website, which is...
I'll put that in the group chat.
Yeah, it's AIT.arbon.com.
Yeah.
But basically, I've got the itinerary too, if you'd like the itinerary. There's literally, you have a training for like 2-3 hours on one day, and then the rest is like chill. You have a party and a celebration dinner. They sort out your airport transfers too, so all your airport transfers are paid for from the thing that I did find out is you have to fly into Phuket, so it's not flying into Vietnam as such. I think that's why there's like a stopover. But they organise your arrival and departure transfers from that airport. You also get room credit, a gift bag, and so you get 5 nights accommodation with a Emerald Bay view, so you get a great view, And just a little bit of backstory. It's a 19th century French university that's been obviously.
Yeah, I read that. That's so cool. Revamped.
Yes. But yeah, it's pretty cool. But I've done my research because I was like, I need to save money because I'm a terrible saver. So I've got it worked out if anyone wants any extra stuff.
It's so good. Honestly, I just come back from that one trip. Once I've been, like, I just can't not earn another one. Like, I have to. I'm all in. Like, they're so worth it. And like, I never have seen this business as being hard work. It's just like, it's not hard. It is not hard. It's not like you're slaving away doing anything. You literally have to jump on your phone and bed in your pajamas if you want. Like, it's not hard. You just like, it's just consistent. I am gonna like say that word till it gets old. Like, consistent is like maybe persistent as well. Consistent and persistent. Okay. Anyway, does anyone have any questions before we jump off? Who's all in? Yeah. Oh, so excited. Okay, we'll leave it there. It's been an hour. Have a good night, guys. I'm so excited for it. And if you're not in the chat, give me a message and I'll add you into it. Okay. Bye, guys.